Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and also you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halak here from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, with another video. And we're going to start here in Isaiah 54:16. It reads, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And this is the Most High letting you know that this technology that these nations have, beginning with the Edomite, technology that has been perfected by the Russians, he gave them that understanding to bring forth these weapons that we see being cultivated in the earth, weapons that will be used at the height of World War III, and ultimately it will be the fate of America to be completely and utterly destroyed with these weapons that we see these nations cultivating. This is what they're made for, talking about the ICBMs. You see, they're created for one reason and one reason only, and that is to destroy. You see, this is what it is. Let's go here to Isaiah 13:5. It says, They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. This is what's being prepared. Every day that goes by, we're getting closer and closer to this prophecy being fulfilled, which is what? America suffering the same fate of Sodom and Gomorrah, being destroyed by fire raining from the heavens. You see? That's how America's going out. It's going to suffer the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah, but this time the fire and brimstone comes in the form of 200 million thermonuclear warheads raining down upon this place. You see? And I have here an article from End Time Headlines from the 26th. It says, Russia tests nuclear-powered flying Chernobyl missile, super capable of unlimited range. It's not a coincidence that we're seeing multiple headlines coming out about this technology being refined more and more, man. Especially when it comes from Russia, because Russia is going to be at the forefront of the destruction of America. You see? So this is what's coming. These missiles are going to be used, as we just read in Isaiah 54:17, or 54:16, if I'm mistaken, Salakia. 54:16, that the Most High made the waster to destroy. That's what these missiles are made for. These things are being constantly refined and perfected, and they're adding more and more and more to their arsenals. You see, so that in the allotted time that the Most High has ordained, these missiles are going to be fired off, and the bulk of these missiles, you see, that are loaded with these multiple warheads are going to be fired here to the land of America. You see, and that will be all the Most High wrote for this place. So let's read the article. It says, Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a successful test of the 9M730 Burevestnik missile, sheesh, a nuclear-powered weapon NATO dubs Skyfall. That's exactly what's about to happen in Babylon, Skyfall. It says, what dubbed the flying Chernobyl by critics, the missile promises unlimited range and evasion of defenses. And that's according to prophecy. You see, that when these missiles are fired off, these missile defense systems that America has is not going to be able to stop these weapons from breaching, you see, the atmosphere of America. Let's get that real quick. That's in Joel chapter 2. Joel 2. Matter of fact, we'll start at 1. Joel 2:1, it reads, Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And this is what we're telling our people, man. As we're making these videos every day, as we're going to highways and byways every week, we're blowing that trumpet and sounding the alarm of what the Most High plans to do, what he's going to bring to pass. The things that we find written in these scriptures, that's what's playing out around you on a daily. And we're giving a warning, letting the people know, hey, the day of Yahweh is at hand. You see, and it tells you in Isaiah 13 that what? It is a destruction from the Almighty that's coming. You see? When you go into what the day of the Lord is, according to what's written in the Bible, it's the complete opposite of what you've been told in the pagan Roman Catholic Christian church. You see? We're giving a warning, man, but our people are still walking around here oblivious. They don't want to take heed to it. You see? They want to pick and choose what they want to believe and basically cancel out the things that are too bitter for them. But at the end of the day, the Most High's word is going to be fulfilled regardless, man. And this destruction is coming. It is coming. So Joel 2:2, it says, A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not ever been the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And it's talking about this army of nuclear missiles that are being put together right now as we speak. Because once again, you got to know and understand that these nations are constantly adding to their arsenals. See, the Most High likened it into these missiles to soldiers, to people. You see, this type of destructive power has never been this way in the earth. And once they're fired off, it would never be like this again. Because in the kingdom of heaven, there ain't going to be no need for ICBMs. There's not going to be any need for missile defense systems or weapons at all, for that matter. Not like what we see here in Babylon the Great, where you can just go to any pawn shop and go get a Beretta for $150. It ain't going to be like that in the kingdom of heaven. Now, us, as the Israelites, we may have swords, but to have weapons in the earth as we see it now up under Esau, it won't be this way. And especially when it comes to this type of destructive power that are sitting in these silos worldwide. You see that? These missiles are made for one reason and one reason only, and that's to be fired into Babylon the Great and into the Promised Land, you see, to completely and utterly destroy America, but to purify the Promised Land so we can be taken back into it according to what the Most High has promised unto us. You see? So Joel 2:3 goes on to say, A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. And that goes into America being built up the way it's built up. And this is why people can't see the impending destruction coming. Because they feel like, I was just reading that's on my other phone. But I was just watching the Instagram reel earlier where you had Jake talking about they been talking about the end. All this time they been talking about the end since I was little, so forth and so on. And that fulfills the scriptures of what? Since the fathers fell asleep, everything has been going on normally from that time up until now. You see? That's the mindset of the people, man, in complete oblivion, having no understanding of what the Most High's will is. Having no understanding of what is contained in biblical prophecy. So they're moving around America as if it's going to be this way forever. They don't see an end to it. But according to prophecy, this land is built up as the Garden of Eden before these missiles come. And after the destruction that these missiles are going to bring, what's going to be left of America? A desolate wilderness, man. This is what we're telling you is coming. And this is a judgment upon the inhabitants of the land. You see, first and foremost, these Edomites for what they have done unto us here in this place. You see that? Nothing shall escape what's about to fall from the heavens when these missiles are shot off at the height of World War III. You see that? This is what it is. That fire that's devouring before them goes into the warheads. The flame that burneth behind them goes into the rocket propulsion system to get it from point A to point B. A technology that these Russians have perfected that the Americans can't reach the technology that the Russians have. The Russians have hypersonic nuclear weapons, man. America hasn't even made their first one yet. And that's all according to the Most High's prophetic design. Because once again, the Russians are going to be at the forefront of firing their weapons upon America, man. And this is why you have them still to this day perfecting and inventing more missiles that would have that nuclear powered. You see? Hypersonic and nuclear powered. This is not a coincidence, man. This is all the Most High's design to fulfill his will. So Joel 2 and 4 goes on to say what? The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses. They're swift, they're fast. It says what? And as horsemen, so shall they run. Once again, Russia has hypersonic. And they're going to be issuing these weapons out to their allies soon come. And the main target is going to be where? Babylon the Great. Because it tells us that that these missiles can get from Russia to America in less than 30 minutes, man. You see? And that's going to fulfill the prophecy of what? In 1 hour has thy destruction come, as it tells you in the book of Revelation. So all this is falling right in line according to what the Most High said it would be. Believe it or not. It's happening, man. You see? So Joel 2 and 5, it says, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. And that's gonna be the realization of you people when this thing finally happens. Because right now we've been telling you for years, our apostles and elders for decades now, that this is what is coming to America. And you people have scoffed, you mocked, you've talked shit, you called us crazy, so forth and so on. But the day that this happens and that warning system blares, those sirens go off, you get those alerts or updates on your phone or however they pass the update to you. You see? That's when you're going to know that the prophets have been among you, that we have been telling you the truth this entire time. You see? And all hope is going to be lost for you people. Just as we've been telling you through the Holy Spirit. You see that? Verse 7 says what? They shall, Joel 2 and 7, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Meaning what? Whatever coordinates that the Most High had these people who control these missiles put into the coordinates, hey, that's where they're going to go. And the Most High has put it in these people's mind to put these different coordinates in there, and the majority of them are pointed where? Here to the land of America. Babylon the Great. Because that's how this land, this entire continent, is going to be ended. It's going to be ended by fire raining from the heavens, and it's going to suffer the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah before it, man. As a judgment from the Almighty, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua. You see? This is what we're telling y'all. You think they're creating these missiles and cultivating these missiles and refining these missiles for no reason? No, man. These things are being created to be used, as the Most High has told us in Isaiah 54 and 16. Now it goes on to say, Joel 2 and 8, it says, neither shall one thrust another, and there'll be no mid-air collisions like they show you in the movies. No, when these missiles go off, they're going to go exactly where the Most High has foreordained them to go. That says what? They shall walk everyone in his path, his coordinate, you see. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. And that sword goes into those missile defense systems, man. They're not going to be able to stop these warheads when they begin to fall back into the atmosphere. You see this? This is what's set to come to pass here in the near future. This is the future. You see the fate, the final, the final curtain call for Babylon the Great, man. Nothing. You got Trump talking about building the fucking Golden Dome. Ain't none of that shit finna stop anything the Most High says is gonna come to pass. This is what we're telling you, Edomites, man. You have no power. You have no power to change the course of prophecy. It's only gonna be what Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua has set in motion from the beginning, and you Edomites are subject to everything coming to pass. And according to the Most High's will, your precious America, this land that you love so much, that you want to make great again, is going to end by being set ablaze from one coast to the other. You see? From the northern border to the southern border. And everything in between, engulfed in nuclear fire. That's what's coming to this place. And this is why we see the likes of Russia refining their nuclear arsenal. Every time you turn around, it's another update. They got this other missile, then they got this other missile, then they got another missile, then they got this missile. They got this missile with 425 warheads in it, all type of shit. I'm just saying, but that's what you see Russia doing, because what? The Most High is putting that spirit on them, man, as it tells you in Ezekiel 38. He's putting hooks into Russia's jaws and turning them back. Get them in that Soviet spirit, man. Preparing for war. You see? So Joel 2:9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark. And the stars shall withdraw their shining, because that's how much smoke and dust is going to be kicked up from all this destructive power that's about to fall back into the atmosphere here in the land of America, man. It's going to block out the lights of heaven. It's going to be terrible. You see, it's going to be terrible, man. Let's get verse 11 as well. I didn't even plan to get this, but hey, it's a spirit. Joel 2:11, it says, and Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua is great and very terrible. And who can abide in it? And the only ones who are going to abide it are the elect of Israel, man. You see? Who are going to be delivered from all throughout the world. You see, into that chariot with Yahushua to escape this destruction that's coming to the earth, especially the destruction that's coming here to the land of America. Now, let's go back to the article. I didn't even mean to get all that, but that's the spirit, man. So it told us it's gonna be what? It promises unlimited range and evasion of defenses. That's prophecy, man. That is prophetic. It's all according to the Most High's will. This is why he's giving these Russians this type of technology that the fucking Americans can't even come close to having. It's all to fulfill the Most High's will, man. And he has these Edomites being puffed up with pride, especially these American Edomites. They're puffed up with pride, thinking they can't be stopped, thinking they're about to reign forever, man. Sadly mistaken. But it goes on to say, what the hell is this? It says what? Putin hailed the launch during a military visit, stating, it is a truly unique system, one that no other country in the world possesses. And why is that? It's the Most High's will for Russia to have this technology that no one possesses. And it's going to be the Most High's will, because I did a video on this a few years back where Russia, they put nuclear warheads into mass production, conveyor belt style, like the motherfucking Ford factory. You see, where they were just going to be turning out nuclear warheads around the clock, and that's been almost 4 years ago since they said they were doing that, man. So imagine what they've cultivated from that time up until now. You see? Imagine what they've been doing in that 4-year span around the clock as they refine this technology. All that's being done for the Most High's will to be fulfilled. You see this? The Most High has this thing on lock, and it's only going to be what the Most High says is going to be, because we just read it in Joel 2. He is strong that what? That executed his word. It's only going to be what Yahweh has ordained it to be before the earth was even created. So it goes on to say, the test covered 14,000 kilometers over 15 hours, per General Valery Gerasimov. Okay. It says what? The 12-meter missile, armed with a thermonuclear warhead, uses a nuclear engine for global reach. Sheesh. Putin called it a weapon of unlimited range powered by a nuclear engine and invincible against missile shields. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Is that coincidence? Is that a chance happening? No. This is about to fulfill Joel 2. The Most High is cold, and all you American Edomites can do is sit and take it. You can't change the course. Or what's your shit you trying to change your future? What's that shit? The Hadron Collider. You ain't finna just go into you ain't finna pull some Doctor Strange looking at all these different outcomes if you do something different. No, it's gonna only be one outcome. It's only gonna be what the Almighty has foretold it would be. And we see the pieces being put into place for that to be fulfilled. That Golden Dome and all that other shit you Edomites over here in the West are trying to cultivate and refine and bring online, ain't none of that shit going to work. Because the Most High has set it in the fabric of existence for America to be utterly and completely destroyed by way of nuclear fire. And he has ordained that Russia would be at the forefront of it. And this is why we see them refining their nuclear arsenal this way. You see this? This is the Most High's will, man. It ain't shit gonna stop it. Hey, call hello, y'all about to be outside. Finally, man, I'm fucking sick of Babylon. Shit. You see? So it says what? Unveiled in 2018 among Putin's super weapons. the whatever, man. It says what? The weapon, it flies low to evade radar. Putin previously described it as a radically new type of weaponry with unlimited range and unlimited ability to maneuver. Now listen to the pride of these fucking Western Edomites, man. It says what? Skeptics abound. U.S. official Thomas Countryman. Come on, man. That's not a real name. That's not a real fucking name. It says what? Labeled it a uniquely stupid weapon system. Boy, the pride of you, boy. When these prophecies come to pass, boy, you Americans gonna shit. You see, all that pride is about to come back and bite you in the ass. The Most High gonna show you who's really in control very soon. You Western Edomites, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is gonna show you fucking Western Edomites that you motherfuckers never had any say so in the matter. You are just subject to what he has programmed you to do, to be, and to suffer when this destruction comes upon you. You're about to find that out. That's what you Western Edomites are about to find out wholeheartedly. You see? It says what? Warning of a flying Chernobyl risking Russia's own safety via radioactive leaks. Come on, man. You know that ain't what the fuck he was talking about. You stupid. You fucking idiot. You see? It's talking about having the nuclear power of Chernobyl. It ain't talking about the leaks. You see? But going on, it says what? Development faltered. 13 tests since 2016 yielded just 2 partial successes, including a 2019 explosion. The Nuclear Threat Initiative notes persistent doubts on capabilities. Putin claims is nearing frontline deployment. Putin claims that it's nearing frontline deployment. This follows Russian strikes on Ukraine, injuring dozens in Kiev, and they could use it there or against those rats, because I mean that is prophecy too. Ukraine is mostly small hats, tiny tops, dreidel spinners. You see, and we know what the scriptures say: the least of the flock shall draw them out. The state of Israel and in Ukraine, man. They're all small hats. They're all 1948ers. But we see what's about to be, man. You see this? This is about to come very soon. Matter of fact, we're gonna download this because that's gonna be the thumbnail. So now, let's get let's get some more prophecy. Let's get. Matter of fact, one of my favorites, man. Because we go into this all the time. You know what I'm saying? We more than any other camp on the earth through the Holy Spirit. But what does it tell us in Isaiah 13 and 17? It says, well, Babylon will fall to the Medes. But if you understand with your spiritual eye, it actually says what? America will fall to the Russians. That's what it means. You see? Because if you even look on an ancient map, that land that Russia inhabits, it is a part of the land of the Medes, man. You see? So it goes on to say, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, but shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Ain't gonna be no bribing. Ain't gonna be no more trade deals being made. Ain't gonna be nothing that you can say to Putin when the Most High fully pours that spirit upon him to move forward, you see, with pressing that button. There's nothing that you're gonna be able to say, do, or give them to appease that spirit that's gonna be upon them when that time comes. You see? It says what? Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So when these missiles are shot off, if you're not a part of that elect that's taken up into that chariot, you see, especially out of the land of America, you're going to be left here. And these missiles are going to destroy indiscriminately men, women, and children. You see? This is the final plague that's going to be poured upon this spiritual Egypt, man. Fire raining from the heavens in the form of 200 million thermonuclear warheads. And every single one of you who are left here, you see, you're going to be engulfed in fire and flame, just as we have told you it would be through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This is why we see Russia cultivating these weapons the way they are. Because it's all leading up to this. Isaiah 13 and 19 says what? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, America, you see, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Go to Genesis 19 and read how Sodom and Gomorrah went out. You see? Then you can get a glimpse into what is about to befall America. This is where it's going, man. This is where it's going. Because the Lord said it would. The Lord has stamped and approved for this to happen to Babylon the Great, showing you that the Most High was never with America. In no shape, form, or fashion. You see? It's just put here to fulfill his will. That's what this land was allotted for. You see, to be the site of great, future, horrific, and gruesome judgment, and the ultimate judgment being what? That fire raining from the heavens. You see? And just like the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah, when Lot was telling them that fire was coming, you see, when he went to go tell his sons-in-law that the fire was coming, they scoffed, they mocked, they laughed, they talked shit. Same thing that you people are doing now. You see? And then in the allotted time, fire rained from the heavens. And the same thing is about to happen here in the land of America. Isaiah 13 and 20 says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Nobody would ever inhabit this land ever again once that fire dies down and the smoke clears. You see? No human will live in this land ever again. It's going to be the desert, the biggest desert known to man. This is what the America's about to become. We just read it in Joel 2. before the missiles get here, this land is built up as the Garden of Eden. There's life everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's things going on, cities from one end to the other, one border to the other, cities and life and hustling, the hustle and bustle, so forth and so on. Once that missile, once that fire takes hold, all that shit is going to be burned up. And when it clears, a desolate wilderness. That's what America's going to be. Isaiah 13:21, it says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged." So this place has been stamped, you see, to be destroyed in an allotted time according to what the Most High has saw fit to do. And only He knows when that day is going to be. But we're here to tell you through the Holy Spirit as the prophets of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai that day is coming, and America will not go 1 second beyond, you see, the allotted time that the Most High has given this place. And this is why we see these type of things right here being refined in the earth. Because when it's all said and done, this is how America, Babylon the Great, is going to go out according to the Almighty's will. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.